Now is Ronald Kessler, Kayleigh McEnany, Brett O'Donnell, and Connie Mack. So, Connie, you're a supporter of Donald Trump. He's talking about Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush is not even... You're a supporter of Jeb Bush, excuse me. So the question is, Jeb Bush is not even close to Donald Trump in the polls. Why is Donald Trump punching down?
You know, because he probably knows that he's on the wrong side of this as well. If he's smart, he knows it. You know, I think he's just flailing at anything, and anything that gets him attention, he'll do it. And if he gets to call out Jeb, then that gets him attention, and he's willing to do it. He's not a serious candidate. He's all about the show. He's a promoter. He doesn't have any real ideas, and the ideas he has now weren't the ideas that he had even 5 years ago. This is a guy that doesn't know where he stands, doesn't know what he believes in. He's out there spewing all of these things. He can't win in a general election. But then, he's not going to win the primary. It is August. It is August, the year before this whole election. I think
Connie, I've got to ask you this.
He's a small man.
Many people, most people would not be even discussing Jeb Bush if Donald Trump, quite honestly, was not attacking him, was not going after him. So my question again is, why is he focused on Jeb Bush?
Because he knows that Jeb Bush is the threat. He knows that Jeb Bush has the brain and has the ideas that people are going to be attracted to. And the only way a bully can win in those fights is to try to keep you down.
Okay.
And so he wants to
Can I just
as a bully.
say something here?
He's not exclusively focused on.
Go ahead, Ronald.
I really got into what Donald is all about. Not words that are uttered, not campaign speeches, but how did he build his business? How does he treat his employees? What is he all about? And what I found was that he is a very savvy businessman. I sat in on his meetings with architects, lawyers. He would actually take a felt pen and draw where he wants a particular alcove to be. I went out to his golf course that he was building. He would choose the color of rock.
What's your point, though?
I'm saying that he is someone who is very competent, who could be president and do a good job. And that's why he's been so successful. Someone who treats his employees very well.
Yeah.
You know, Hillary Clinton is so nasty to her Secret Service agents on her detail that being assigned to her detail is considered a form of punishment. That's in my book, The First Family Detail. In contrast, Donald, when his butler in Palm Beach, Tony Senecal, had a heart attack, visited him in the hospital, insisted that he stay in Mar-a-Lago to recuperate. And also makes the point that he accepts Jews and blacks at his club, Mar-a-Lago, whereas some Palm Beach clubs to this day do not accept blacks and Jews.
On to Kayleigh now. Kayleigh, the attacks didn't end there. I want you to watch. Listen.
I think Jeb is a nice person. He's very low energy. I'm not used to that kind of a person. I'm just not used to it. I'm used to, dealing with killers, people that go, I mean, negotiating with Japan, negotiating with China. When these people walk in the room, they don't say, oh, hello, how's the weather? It's so beautiful outside. Isn't it lovely? How are the Yankees doing? Oh, they're doing wonderful, great. They say, we want deal. He'd jump out of the seat. But I watched. By the way, before I say this, who would you rather have negotiating against China, against Iran? What a deal that is, okay? You talk about incompetent people. Against anybody, Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton, or Trump. I think so.
Oh, Kayleigh, who does all of this help? Does it help Trump, or does it help Bush, or who does it help?
It doesn't help Trump. If anything, it brings Bush's name into the discussion. And I think you posed an excellent question when you asked, why is Donald Trump punching down? Look, Donald Trump needs to realize he's hit into the passion of the everyday American, but he doesn't serve himself well by attacking other GOP candidates. It's a clear violation of Reagan's 11th commandment, thou shalt not attack a fellow Republican. It's not helpful. We saw him viciously attack Megyn Kelly. Again, not helpful. Donald Trump needs to step back and control himself. He has this predisposition of attacking anyone who attacks him, and he needs to step back and realize where he's at and that he has to dial in that part of his personality.
Brett,
the people who are the happiest
over what Donald Trump is doing right now are Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, because they're getting a free pass. Tonight, you've spent hours talking about Donald Trump and Jorge Ramos, when instead we could have been talking about Hillary Clinton and her emails and that scandal and the bad Iran deal. But instead, we've focused on a 4-minute exchange between Jorge Ramos and Donald Trump because it's great television. Those are the people who are celebrating Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama.
I'm not going to say that you're at all wrong, but if you really want to watch, if you really are paying attention to what's going on, Jose Ramos, who is Hispanic, Jorge Ramos, excuse me, pardon me for that, Jorge Ramos, who is Hispanic, goes to a press conference. He asks a question. Donald Trump says, I did not call on you. It's really sort of a microcosm of what's happening with the entire immigration debate. I want you to wait your turn. No, I have the right to ask this question. No, I want you to get out. And then as Donald Trump says, but I'll allow the good people to come back in. I mean, think about it. So it's not just because it's good television, but think about the analogy that's happening here. It's exactly what the immigration debate has, how Donald Trump is portraying the immigration debate in this country. It's not just good television.
I agree with that, but it's not, I don't think it rises to the level of covering everything else, every other issue. I mean, there are other issues to be talking about, and quite frankly, Donald Trump needs to be talking about those issues. He needs to be focused on the Democrats and how he's going to take them on, rather than taking on Republicans. He takes on Republicans more than he takes on Democrats. And at a certain point, I mean, this is free advice to Donald Trump. At a certain point, Republican primary voters are going to go, you know, we're looking for the person who's going to be the captain of our team, not the person who kills all the players. Yeah. And so I think that, you know, Donald Trump would serve himself well by focusing his attention on Hillary Clinton.
Well, this is what we're going to see. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you joining us here on CNN Tonight. You know, there's never been a candidate quite like Donald Trump, but what is the secret of his appeal to voters? I'm going to ask the New York Times' Frank Bruni. That's next.